Okay.
Ready. 1, 2.
Namaste, my niggas.
That's right.
Welcome back to unFEMiliar. I know you missed us.
Well, we back, bitches.
Okay.
Like we never left.
And Tony, let me borrow this fantastic robe giving sex and nothing but it.
It looks good on you, girl.
Okay, this is like for a girl my size. Like, this is perfect.
Bitch, I'm a girl your size.
Yes.
I mean, well, not a height.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. It's nice and long for me, too. It's giving me flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Welcome back to unFEMiliar Podcast. It's your girl, Nay. Dr. Nay is what I'm going by these days. I'm a healer of some sort. And Tony Love.
Hi.
Hi. So, we got some hookah. You know I got my doobie. We got our tremble. So for energies, she got some crystals, plants, and really good lighting. So we are here.
We're giving you all the feels today.
Talk about it.
Talking about a few things. We're going to catch a few laughs, okay? But we're going to really get into it today. It's been a minute. We ain't really kicked it with y'all in a minute.
For a minute now. I'm back at the jump off.
Goons in the club. Case something jump off.
Okay, so I guess what you want to open it up with? I'm taking a sip of this.
That's fine. Let us open it up with. Let's not do the hot topics. Let's talk about. So I saw a clip.
Okay.
That's fine. So I saw a clip. Sorry. So I saw a clip recently. We all know that the people of the Caucasian persuasion are cultural appropriators from time to time. We also know that the people of the Caucasian persuasion historically has literally stolen everything. Black people. Yeah. Everything. Life. Babies, right. Anything you can think of, okay? Mm-hmm. So I saw a clip recently that's been floating around. Basically, this clip is one of those chef TV shows, competition shows, and this white man goes up and presents his dish right after the black lady, okay? And sis was hip. She already knew what was going on, but she let him dig his own hole.
Okay.
And his dish was a deconstructed jambalaya. I don't know what his name is, but I'm going to call him Dave.
Wait a minute.
What?
I just had an epiphany.
Okay.
Why don't we have a name for the white men? There are Karens and there are Daves.
I saw somewhere somebody wanted to start calling them Ken, but
no, Ken is cute.
Yeah, we're not fucking with that.
We're not
just gonna call him Dave.
Like Dave.
I don't know.
All these little Daves running around. No, Dave.
I like the show Dave from Lil Dicky. I like Dave.
Okay,
that's not. We can't fucking.
We can't call him Dave. How about just Chet? Let's
just call him Tom. Okay, Tom.
Uncle fucking Tom.
Because I don't know any black Toms, so.
I know one older black Tom. He is an older man. Shout out to you, Tom, though. You know, love you, Thomas.
Well, Tom brought his ragged ass deconstructed jambalaya.
Right, okay.
Tom done gentrified jambalaya. Don't know fucking how, but he did. Well, the lady that was essentially judging them basically peeped and called him out and was like, what do you know about jambalaya? You're not from the South. Have you ever eaten jambalaya? Tell me about this dish because, well, it was nasty. She definitely told him it was not good.
This is not jambalaya.
Right. And he basically answered no. All the questions were no. Never tasted it. Not from the South. Don't know nothing about it. And so she basically was just like, so you literally just stole this from, I don't know what her name was. I'm going to call her Nikki. So you literally just stole this from Nikki. Okay. He didn't win. He got sent home. I'm lying. I don't know if he got sent home, but I hope he did that. But anyway, let's talk about it because I saw another tweet of this fire ass look this black girl did. She did
runway look,
very avant-garde. I was really fucking with it. She did some butterfly braids, and at the end she put just big kind of fake like butterflies at the end of her braids. Did her makeup super cute, lashes popping, very cute. And the tweet was, someone retweeted her picture and said, when you see this on the runway, know that a black woman did it first. So I feel like there's so many things and so many avenues that we pave the way for so many different people, whether you be black, white, Spanish, it doesn't really matter, right? We paved the way, brown people in general, just paved the way for so many other races. I follow this lady I used to work with. Her daughter is Asian and white. The first thing on our daughter's page was a meme that said niggas. Why does your daughter have a meme that say niggas on her page? Why? She's white and Asian. But again,
well, that leads us into people of color are not all people of color are black people, so you don't get the passes or the leeway for things like that. But to speak on the culture vultures and the white people of the culture vultures that are really kind of, they study our culture, they study our music, our rhythmic movements, our like strum on a guitar, our chords. Marvin Gaye's estate literally has a hold on the way he sings music. Mm-hmm. No one else can sing. If there's like a law, they can sue you if you sing in with his inflections.
Because they sued Pharrell and Robin Thicke.
Yes, and so with that being said, it just you protect your shit at all costs. So whatever you have to do to trademark and stamp your look, so that other people know that's that avant-garde look that you saw from the beautiful chocolate girl with big braids and big butterflies at the end of that shit, that is going to be a look on a runway or at a Met Gala.
You're going to see that shit
for sure.
Fashion shows come back, and it's going to be some white person that does it. And just let you know, I'm about to find her name because we need to give her a little credit.
Yeah, give her credit because it's a beautiful look, and I do see it again with her credit. And that goes back to what's been going on TikTok. Because
the black TikTokers aren't getting their credit.
Yeah, all these little white girls is not making up these fire ass dances, and y'all know that. So why do the white girls on TikTok have 8 million views and versus 8,000 views?
Why are they the ones getting the little sponsorships and the little money for making the? Why they're the only ones getting monetization?
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. And so honestly, the thing is, I think that if we don't want to see cultural appropriation, we can't give into it in any way either. Like just how we're doing cancel culture for our own people.
And we got to really give our own people some type of pass. We done fought so long and so hard.
I'm not with cancel culture. I'm really not.
I do think that we definitely, we will give people
anybody that we can cancel.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll give any other corporation a pass, right? Fashion Nova we'll see they ripped off a bunch of young black designers that are trying to get their art out there, but we still gonna be like, oh bitch, you got that dress from Fashion Nova?
Yeah,
we gotta cancel. They gotta get canceled. I'm so sorry. I know y'all want to spend your coins, sis, but listen, you're gonna have to spend a coin. The older you get, the more you spend.
Fashion Nova takes too long to get there. We gonna blink that shit out. I don't want Fashion Nova in my shit. Beep 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 beep.
We are gonna bleep them out.
No free promo, but I do think like cancel culture should go beyond canceling our own people, and we should be canceling, and I know that we say we are, people like Chick-fil-A or Home Depot who donated $7 million to Trump, people like that, like versus Lowe's who dropped, I think over 15 million into the Black Lives Matter movement and things of that nature, that to support people of color, black people, African Americans. So I do think that the cancel culture has gone a little bit too far. We should be canceling the culture vultures.
We should be
canceling that shit. If you see a white girl rocking braids, cancel that bitch. She know that her hair gonna fall out when she take the braids out. Sorry. You don't belong in braids. It's not for you.
If you see a white girl with a turban, snatch that bitch off.
A turban. Man, I went to this party, telling myself I went outside to a party, y'all. But it was like very
She did not
small.
disclose, but that's fine. I'm just kidding.
You know,
was it under 10 people big?
It was under 10 people. It was a very small crowd. My car was with 2 people. I pulled up. There was probably maybe 6 people there. I didn't stay very long. It was pretty late. But there was this little girl there. She's younger in her 20s, 20-something. She's one of the 20-somethings is what I call it. And she was talking. She was like maybe Spanish girl. She looked Indian to me, but she could have been. I think she was Spanish.
Okay.
She proceeds to tell everyone there at the party about how she was protesting and got tear gas and arrested. And she was telling her story. And it was just like, I'm fighting for the man I'm fighting against the man and the man tear gassed me. And it was just like this really big speech. And I was like, damn, like that shit happens to Black people all the time. Like getting arrested unfairly, unjustly, like, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like when protesters are going out, people who are allies to the Black community, we're not here to feel your sorrow stories about your protesting problems. Like I'm not here for that either. Right. It's just a whole respect of the culture in general.
I feel you.
How we move.
I feel you. I ran across that issue. There's a young lady on my timeline, someone who I'm friends with, and she's not, she didn't mean any harm, and I got that, but I feel like there's a tone, right? We're marching, and I myself have marched. I myself have made the signs. I myself have went out there. I myself have educated Black people. White people that were protesting that kind of wanted to know more about how they could help outside of the protest. Like, how can I help in my everyday life? White people were literally asking me those questions, and I was giving them the answers, Right. I think every culture, and I feel like except for white culture, has their struggles. Right? Middle Easterns, everything that's going on with Palestine. They're about to annex Palestine right now. Absolutely. Spanish, the Latino community, I want to say Spanish, and that's incorrect, but the Latino community right now, their children are still in camps. Everybody has their struggles, but it's the tone. We were talking about ICE and we were talking about the raids, and that has been an ongoing thing, right? We're talking about Palestine when Paris had shit going on, was pray for Paris and pray for all of these shit. But when
they have filters for that shit.
Exactly.
You can change your filter to your Abby to the filter.
Exactly. Mark Zuckerberg. I ain't seen no motherfucking Black Lives Matter filter on Facebook. Okay, and we won't. It's not even what I want or need. Please don't give me anything else I didn't ask for. But, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's a tone and there's a time and a place. We understand that all of these things are happening and they are important. And as a someone who is, walking alongside me in the struggle, or someone who's just a supporter of helping me get out or helping our community get out of the struggle, I get it. But there's a time and a motherfucking place. And right now, this is not the time or the fucking place. Okay? So I get it. I do think that some people can be tone deaf in certain things. Yeah. I don't think that means that our issue is more important. I don't think that their issue is less important. That just means right now, this is what we talk about. Period. That's
Period. It. And I think we, as Black people, have supported a lot of other races and other people of color, other nationalities, ethnicities in their struggles, and have marched and fought for them as well. It's really a time right now where you guys see what's going on. It's literally on your timeline when you're scrolling. So we can't, do a podcast in any light without saying something more about the right way to do things. And I know we all support in our own ways. Like you said, you got out and marched and made the
There's
signs.
a space for everyone.
And I haven't done that, Yeah.
No, I feel like there's a space for everyone. At first, I was afraid to go out and protest because I was watching the news. I was watching the tear gassing and everything, right? But after watching it for so long, I really felt like I have a Black nephew. You know what I'm saying? I have a niece. I have 2 nieces. So I have a lot of nieces and nephews. My friends' kids are my kids. So, and they're all Black. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be out here on the front lines as well, because I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like that's the generation. They're growing up with all the information at their fingertips. The shit that they don't teach in schools, they can Google that shit. They have already Googled that shit. It's going to be them because they have all of the information already presented in in front of them. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I have to go out and do my part. But before that, I was making like little first aid kits and sending them with friends that were going out to march.
See, I love that. And I did sign. I went and signed all the petitions. I sent all the emails that I could. Anything I can do from behind the scenes and like from my phone or computer while at work on the clock. Like those are easy, simple things to do. And just also how you approach life moving forward. I think you make an overall adjustment now that we know there's a clear line. Either you stand on this side or that side, and it is very clear now. And I mean, if you're on the opposite side, I really can't fuck with you in any way, shape, or form. And it could be family, friends, whatever. Like, I mean, literally morals and like how treating someone humanely and treating people humanely is like trumps anything, family, friends, whatever. So
that's a fact.
Yeah, facts.
I agree. If you're not supporting me like Ben and Jerry's,
just waiting on Ben and Jerry's at the door.
Okay, thank you, but no thank you.
Okay.
I do want to say this, and they may come on my neck for this, but I'm ready. I'm prepared to take it. I will say that out protesting, I did not see enough
black people.
I didn't see enough black people, but
there's a lot of white people out there.
I also didn't see enough. I don't want to say first generation Africans, but I didn't see enough
parents.
No, I didn't see enough like people whose family derived from Africa, whether it be Eritrean or whether you be Somalian or whether you are from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria. I did not see enough of that culture out. It was really just African Americans, and I'm not going to say that's all I saw because that would be incorrect. I did see some, but I felt like the presence and the culture that you guys bring, that you teach us about, our lost culture that is lost to us, not to you, but to us, because our ancestors were stolen. We didn't get to experience that, unfortunately. But I felt like that unity is needed, and it's needed for people who are unaware of what Africa really looks like, because all the bullshit they show us in the history books, it's needed for these little kids.
Agreed.
I think it's needed. It's also needed to like destigmatize how people, you know, the stigmas that people say, you know, African people don't like African Americans. Like,
it's time to break that.
We have to break that. Like, I'll be honest, my neighbor who I grew up being the guy that I grew up being my neighbor, that's like family. That's like a brother to me. His mom, we dug her out. You know what I'm saying? When she was snowed in, we dug her out.
For sure.
I love them. I love that entire family. And I just don't understand it, but I really wish that we could like pull that and just become unified. And I feel like that would have helped it. That's just my thoughts. I could be incorrect, but that's the way that I feel.
I can agree with you on that. I'm out in DC every day. I mean, they're still protesting on the weekends and in the evenings sometimes. Let me hit some of that hookah.
Protesting has not stopped, okay? It has not stopped. Breonna Taylor's murderers still need to be in fucking jail. Unfortunately, the AG is the Attorney General of Kentucky right now, is in the middle of a get out scene. So, but fuck him too. Yeah, it's just a bunch of shit we just need to fix. But I do want to bring attention a couple of new laws that start tomorrow in VA. Please edit that out. Bitch, be careful, baby.
Oh my gosh, hookah is so not my thing. No, I'm gonna keep it in there. We can keep it authentic.
Okay.
All right, talk about the laws.
So there's a few. I'll just go over a few because there's quite a few. But there's a few laws that have been adjusted over gun control. These are some laws I feel like should have been put in place, but you know, to each his own. Universal background checks. Red flag laws are now a thing. So it is a law to temporarily take guns away from people deemed to be dangerous to themselves or others. should have been a law, but I digress. There is a 1 handgun a month law that's been reinstated. And also, you must now report loss of stolen arms within 48 hours or face a civil penalty. There's also, this one being one of, they're all important, honestly, but this one being the one that sticked out the most to me. People with protective orders must turn over guns within 24 hours of receiving their protective order. Because how many times do we see a man or a woman on the news because they've gotten shot by their significant other for whatever reason? But with that being said, whether you're a man or a woman and you're going through this issue, you have to, do your best to, get some help and get that protective order. But I think it is important.
I agree.
That's important.
I agree. A lot of these gun laws, it's I feel that when laws are passed, they are passed to the minority, for the minority. So these are going to be for Black families that have firearms that may be deemed something randomly now all of a sudden. Yes, I do think that there should be restrictions on firearms. Absolutely, we should be more restrictive, but across the board. You can't just deem somebody crazy all of a sudden. I mean, you can, but there has to be documented proof that this person, what does that even mean? Deem some.
What I'm thinking they're going to start doing is having people take personality tests. I have been hip to this in other states where there's a particular type of personality test you have to take in order to be deemed fit to carry a weapon.
Okay.
Now,
I'm not mad at that if everybody's across the board doing that.
Well,
but you
so it's sad, right? So it's sad that everybody will be doing this, but
that's
how
like the stop and frisk.
Facts.
There
are a few of these could be problematic down in the future, right?
Sure.
We just have to hold everybody morally accountable.
Absolutely.
Medical new laws. Okay.
Talk about it, Tony.
Marijuana decriminalization in Virginia. I believe it follows the same 2-ounce rule as does DC, but definitely Google and do your own research because I'm not sure. But if you're caught with it, $25 civil penalty for possession.
Slap on the wrist.
With that comes the expungement of people who have petty
marijuana-related crimes.
Marijuana-related charges. Correct.
Shout out to my homies. Okay?
So there's a full legalization of medical marijuana now in the state of Virginia, starting tomorrow. Also, insulin is now capped at $50 for 1 month supply, which is kind of crazy because I think before it was running to $50 to $300 for people that needed the fucking insulin to stay alive.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
So
that's good that they've lowered
that
by a significant amount.
Important since we're coming up on an election year. These are all the laws that get a side eye from me, but I digress. Driver's license cannot be suspended for non-payment of fines, which is fine.
Excellent.
Photo ID no longer required to vote.
¿Qué? Do I need my photo ID to take a SAT?
Yes.
Well then. Do I need it to buy cigarettes or tobacco products?
You do.
Or alcohol?
Yes.
To prove? Do I need it in the car when I get pulled over?
Yes.
I need my ID for fucking everything. So now all of a sudden we don't need it to vote. That's what. Continue, Tony.
Excuse no longer needed to vote absentee, which is a good thing. Citizenship no longer required for in-state tuition, and easier for localities to remove Confederate monuments. So those are just a few among the minimum wage laws, which are still trash because they still don't help anyone. So
trash. They still not trying to cut the check.
The minimum wage was raised, but yeah, you still don't. It's not enough to live
not here.
Of, so
not here.
Fuck that shit. But those are a few things I think people should know.
Just a little rundown, little update.
On social current event.
Okay, and laws and the current state of our society right now and where we're at.
I'm a firm believer, and if you don't want to affirm, burn it all to the fucking ground, and that's how I feel.
Burn the shit.
So can we talk a little? Let's move topic just a little bit because I want to lighten the mood, right?
Yes.
So can we talk a little bit about celebrity beefs?
I know you don't want to talk about academics. And his little Alvin the Chipmunk head ass looking motherfucker.
He was the mouse. Erykah Badu said he looked like a mouse from Tom and Jerry, and she was not wrong. He does.
He does look like a chipmunk. Little chipmunk rodent looking, fat rodent.
Let's talk about how fine ass Freddie Gibbs was firing this nigga up today.
Okay.
I love Freddie Gibbs. So sorry. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but I love him.
Okay, did he trip? Did Freddie Gibbs start tripping because academics said Jeezy was better than him? Is that what the beef was over?
I think that's originally why he started tripping.
Jeezy is better than Freddie Gibbs, in my opinion.
I think that was just an excuse for Freddie Gibbs to really just pop off academics. He was just like waiting. Because we really know that he doesn't fuck with him. So most people don't.
Alfredo.
Also, academics had the worst clapback. I definitely suggested on Twitter that he...
Can we read them?
Yes, he had the worst clapback. I suggested that he contact Masika Kalisa to help him with his clapback game, because that bitch be on it.
Clapback queen.
She is the clapback queen.
Top 5 clapbacker.
Dead or alive. That is.
Oh, I don't know.
Or Phaedra. Phaedra,
does.
Phaedra, she actually had a clapback of the century, Kenya, and I.
Okay, keep it moving.
So I got it, right? So Freddie basically said Ak had words from a man that sucks a penis.
We love you, Freddie.
We love Freddie. I love Freddie.
We love Santa Freddie Gibbs.
So academics' response was cute. I had to set you up with stats. Keep that little emotional energy to yourself. Where you talk shit to artists who won't think about you. I'll ignore you until you, what he said? He said, I'll ignore you until you even try to come at a blogger. Doesn't make sense. You're a little nigga. Even to a blogger. Jeezy out of your league. Enjoy your pasta. Period. Alfredo. Period. Nigga, if you don't stop with this.
Pasta is your favorite meal, academics, with your pudgy ass. Now, you ought to lay off the Alfredo if we being motherfucking honest, but continue. You know what? One thing I can say about this. I've been following academics since Joe was on Complex with him Everyday Struggle.
I followed Joe Budden in Everyday Struggle. I have not followed academics. I was very unfamiliar with him.
I still follow academics. Never followed Nadeska. We were talking about how
Nadeska has not given me enough Black girl energy.
Trying to pull it out of her. We still love you, Nadeska.
I think she's an amazing talent.
Beautiful girl.
As far as a writer, I think she's a beautiful girl. I definitely appreciated her facial expressions during the Migos situation.
That is about all I've appreciated from Nadeska.
And her red lipstick. I don't know what color that is, but it's the best red I've ever seen.
She gives me Fifi Dobson, but I'm going to keep it moving. So,
bitch, why you leaving her like that? Bitch, Fifi Dobson?
I like Fifi.
All right, bitch. Come on, let's get.
Okay, but we've been following Everyday Struggle at the time when Joe was on there, and I followed academics. He's definitely a troll. Okay, when we say he's a troll, I mean
he can do a good job. At least 6ix9ine does a good job.
6ix9ine did a fantastic job. He might still be doing it. I completely ignore that motherfucker at this point.
I don't be seeing him either unless I gotta see that rainbow color as laid wig Jonathan be laying on his head nowadays.
It is.
Shit's be laid. Keep going.
Them shit's fucking
fire.
I talked about it on the Puff podcast, but I'm like, damn, really? His wigs be looking like rapper baby mom wigs. Like
Ari's wigs be laid as shit too.
Top tier. Jada. Little Jada.
Mm-hmm.
Loving your wigs. But anyways, he's a troll, like academics is a troll. And so to me, I mean, he's really covering all of the smaller little rappers, like all of the up and coming people. He covers them so hard.
Which I find weird because academics is what, 30? 28, 30. Why are you so friendly with all these young little niggas? You're so like, bless you, babe. Not even like, bless you again.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Not even like.
We have a hand.
Bitch, I'm about to give you some hand sanitizer, bitch. Stop playing with me.
We'll be back after this brief intermission.
Everyone, make sure you wash your hands and
sanitize every day, all day. Keep your shit clean, B.
Clean and whatnot and so forth.
So, but what were we saying? Academics.
I think that it's weird that he hangs out with all these niggas, little niggas, and he's not actually trying to put them on any type of game. He's actually just trying to be like one of them.
It's clout. It's trolling. It is attention. He is an attention whore, a fat one, and I'm just over him. I mean, because you can't talk. Don't be talking shit about niggas eating pasta with your big ass. That took me out. Like,
Pasta is his album.
I know, I get it, but
I thought
too big.
It was whack, but
he fed you up that pasta. The album was great. The Alfredo album. You didn't like it, or you did?
No, I did.
Oh yeah,
it was good.
Awesome. I had to take a couple extra weeks to dig into it, but I just
Same. Took me a bit.
I feel that academics would do anything for clout. And Cardi B and Offset said it best, and I'm gonna leave it like that. He will say and do anything. Is he wrong 20, all the time? No, but a good amount of time. I feel that he has the younger generation opinion. Really uneducated, almost. I mean, I don't want to hate on academics either. Like, there's some things that I really can't stand about him, but there are other things that I still follow him. I think he is part of the culture as a troll, as a clout chaser, as an example, kind of.
I'm not going to take away his accolades.
DJ Academics has been in a Puff t-shirt. I literally have no problem with this man.
That's the accolade. Thank you for supporting Black businesses.
Okay.
I don't know any other accolades of his. I guess he does DJ, but I don't know anyone who's ever seen him DJ. And then, I guess he had to do something. He grinded his way to get where he is, so I guess I can appreciate the grind, even if I don't like it.
Even as I'm not a huge, big, Fredo fan. At that, I'm not here to jump sides.
I always kind of
you're
thought
not better than Jeezy, and Academics as a blogger has every right to say it, but it's all in how and what you're. It's like, why are you giving that energy for clout, really? Because it's gonna go back and forth for so long.
And I think just like you say, he's a troll. He does and says things to get people's attention. So even when Joe Budden was on on the everyday struggle with them. A lot of the shit he would do would just be to garner attention, and Joe would hit him with facts. He would hit him with things that made sense. And honestly, I agree. I think Joe was trying to change the way that he is a little bit to help him understand, hey, you got to move a little different in this business. That is an accomplished rapper. Regardless of what you think about him, Joe is an accomplished rapper with hits, with writing credits.
Experience.
He's good. It's not even like he's talented and he's good. So, there is, what I'm saying? There's something to be learned. So I'm not going to sit here and act like academics ain't shit, I hate him. I'm not a fan.
I'm not going to even say I'm not a fan. I just think that certain people, you stay in your lane where you belong. I'm a bit thick. I'm not going to make a reference to someone's food.
Bitch, I just ate me some pasta yesterday too, and bitch,
I love pasta, but I'm not. It's just all in how you're coming across. I think Academics really doesn't realize what his appearance is to everyone else or something. He really acts as if he looks totally different, and I'm not mad at it. But you can get chewed up real quick. I don't understand.
I don't know. I think he's
that
crazy.
Nigga ain't getting no pussy.
But you also have to understand too.
That nigga ain't getting no pussy, sis. He don't look like a nigga that's getting pussy or ever got pussy, sis.
Somebody giving him something. Somebody is.
He paying for that.
They said he had a girlfriend. I don't know.
I think he paying for that.
But you also like you said, it's the way you say things, right? Because tones matter. Okay. And so when you coming at a nigga like Freddie Gibbs, that's like a hood nigga. That's a real ass nigga. you're gonna have to watch your mouth.
Like, check yourself.
Certain things you're welcome to whatever opinions that you want to have.
Yes.
But you definitely got to stay respectful.
Yes.
Freddie Gibbs was
while you respect yourself.
Getting him together, and the shit was funny. It's very comical. I enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you, Freddie, for that entertainment today.
I enjoyed it too. I felt they're not gonna stop.
And
they're not gonna fucking stop.
I'm gonna continue to enjoy that. Don't stop.
Pure entertainment. I love it.
Entertainment. Also, music. We had a lot of music that dropped recently. Talk about it, Shay. Get into your bag.
Tiana Taylor. Please.
That's my motherfucking bitch.
Finally.
Fucking love TT.
This one is more than double.
Come on, Petunia.
Petunia.
Fucking love her.
Pregnant, honey. Look glowing and growing.
I love her family. Beautiful family.
I love
beautiful black love. I
love them. I hope they go back into making a show.
Me too.
I love
oh my God.
their reality show.
Their show on quarantine would have pop.
She was busy making this glorious album.
I'm not mad because I love the album. The album's amazing. I have never really listened to Tiana's very, very first album.
It's so good.
But I am going to take a listen. But her second and her third, literally my favorite. Listen to them over repeat. Love them. I love the way that she remixed all the songs.
Through and through. And the features that she had on there, I know all the other podcasts are covering some of the same topics, but to be honest with you guys, I've just been a fan of TT for a very long time. She is like really a Jill of all trades, not a Jack.
Yes, Jill of all trades.
Okay.
Start using that one.
Yeah. Appreciate it because you know what? Fuck Jacks. Jack, hit the road, Jack. She's a Jill of all trades. I feel that, she doesn't get any, sometimes I think maybe in the hip hop community, but she's more than that. She's such a good dancer. She's a good actress.
Talented. She is a great director. If you're unaware, Tiana Taylor has her own entertainment company. It's majority women, if not all, that work for her. Yeah. Creating content, whether it be music videos, whether it be choreography, anything. Yeah. She has a creative company.
Yeah.
And what they do is amazing. Even Iman did a few of his videos with her. Obviously,
so did damn, I can't remember who else videos she directed, but she directed a couple videos.
Yeah, it's been more than just his.
Other artists. Yeah. And she also has a workout company where she does workout videos. So you can purchase.
I'm way too fat for that, but when I get a little skinny.
It's like fit to fit.
Yeah, fade to fit. Fade to fit is a cute idea too. I love that.
Fade to fit.
And I love that video. Yeah, love the fade video. Love Tiana. TT came out with some great things. That's not TT's song, so he ain't singing it. Work this pussy, work this pussy, work this pussy, work this pussy. Okay. Alright, so fucking with my girl TT. Her album was amazing. Shout out to her. Yes.
Okay. Who else?
Chloe and Haley. We gotta talk about these two young sisters right here, okay? Chloe and Haley. First of all, beautiful girls. Beautiful girls.
I watch Grownish.
I love Grownish. What? I love Grownish.
Girl. I love that. All the issues. Grownish is my favorite.
Yes. They can't never shut that down. So shout out to Grownish. Chloe and Haley's album was amazing. If you have not listened to their album, I know majority of our listeners are probably hip hop based, but if you have not listened to their album, if you are a man and you smoke, get your blunt out, smoke a J, and listen to their very first album. It is not an album, it is a musical experience. These women are sorry.
I'm giving you theatrics.
No, I'm with it. I like the theatrics. Okay. These young women are so talented as far as they're vocalists. They are so talented. It is just appealing to your ears to just hear it, and it's an experience. So
I really love them.
I love them. Also, can we talk about how Beyonce's entertainment company is in Norwood Parker? Because we can't be fucking her shit up with the Beyonce's entertainment. We're gonna figure out the name. Norwood something. It's not Norwood. That's Brandy. So sorry. I had to fish out, bitch. We get famous Beyonce. Gets ya.
Parkwood.
They've been working their asses off on this fucking quarantine.
Shout out to Parkwood. Okay. Parkwood Entertainment is an American management and entertainment company founded by American singer Beyonce Knowles Carter in 2010. The company began as a production unit for videos and films in 2008. Films Cadillac Records, baby. Chloe and Haley are on there. Sophie Beam, Ingrid Burley. Beyonce is an artist that works under there. I did just read about Parkwood. When you said Norwood, it threw me off.
I'm so sorry.
Now I'm here with you. Beyonce is that motherfucking bitch.
Norwood is definitely Brandy's last name, who also should be in your top 5 vocalists because she's a fucking legend. Let's not disrespect her.
We're in the music segment, aren't we?
We are. But
I want some help.
I did, yes. No. Come on, get into this line, sis. Yes. So her entertainment company has been working their asses off in this quarantine, okay? And I'm here for it. Who else, rapper-wise, who came out recently, like within the last 2 weeks? I feel like we're forgetting so many people.
Hold on. Lil Baby, I think he dropped it. Let me just
double check. Lil Baby. I've never listened to any of his stuff, but I hear everything. I did see his most recent video, which I think was very impactful. I did enjoy it. But I've never really listened to any of his like actual albums, just the radio cut.
Wale, The Imperfect Storm.
I feel so bad that we don't know.
Oh my God, no, I definitely listened to
Wale, we love you.
6-song EP. Shout out to Wale, Washington, D.C., the DMV.
Now that I know, I'm about to go blast that all day tomorrow, yes.
And Maryland.
No, facts, and we should definitely be on that. But Wale dropped an amazing lyricist.
I really, really like this project, actually. You should listen to it. It's only 6 songs. I forgot. I've been listening to it on Spotify, and I forgot to save it on Apple, so I didn't have that on my list. John Legend dropped.
Damn, John Legend dropped. When I was just talking about John Legend to a friend of mine, and he was like, the Beatty Awards aired this weekend, right? I don't know if y'all watched it.
Did you?
I did. I watched some of it.
Please, we're going to wrap this up with the Beatty Awards.
Okay, so we're going to pause on John Legend. Okay, we're going to pause on John Legend because John Legend got...
John Legend. Did you watch the verses with him? John Legend and...
I missed the last 2 verses. So John Legend, Alicia Keys, I missed. And then I missed the Jada and Fab joint.
Okay, John knew Alicia was going to eat him up, though.
First of
all, a friend.
Did she play Girl Is on Fire? I hope not.
She ruined her everything with that Girl Is on Fire.
I hate Girl Is on Fire. And my niece was so obsessed. All she would do was play it. I fucking hate that song. I fucking hate that song.
So, okay. But Alicia still ate his ass up. But he gave her work for her money because they were also doing songs that they were featured on.
Oh, that
John
eats up the features.
Oh,
yes.
Love John. But okay, so let's go into the BET Awards. Since we're on our artist segment, I want to know all about it, please.
Okay,
I missed everything.
I'm not gonna say that I watched the entire thing because I definitely did not. I forgot that it was on. But
I hate that. I didn't know it was on. So
I know. So, but I think it's recorded, so you go back and watch it.
I can watch it. Yeah, for sure.
No, so I jumped in around Roddy Ricch's performance, which I thought was very lackluster. I feel like
Roddy Ricch.
Mm-hmm. I love Roddy Ricch. I think he's a great artist, but I do think his performance was lackluster, and I think it's very important, especially now, that you find someone who, I guess, performance coaches, is that what they call them? Stage coaches? I don't know. But you find someone to help you move around and work the crowd a little bit.
Quickly, do you know where they were having the BET Awards at? Was it on the West Coast?
I don't know. I don't think it was in one studio because it was virtual. Remember, everyone? Amanda Seales was the host. She did do a good job. It was all virtual, so I think everyone was in their own spaces and they were just virtually filming it, which was a great idea. Virtual things. Black people have been pulling off virtual shit during this motherfucking quarantine like nobody. We are so creative. I do want to give a quick shout out in the midst of our musical segment, since we are talking about Black creatives. I want to give a shout out to there's a Black designer who did an entire virtual fashion show. And
I love that. Shout him out. And my favorite DMV designer to date is Wizzle X. And I'm going to just shout out that young black man in the DMV. We love you. And I went to my first fashion show, the Butterflies fashion show in February. And I was like, damn, I want to go to a fashion show every weekend. Like, lots of fun and lots of great stuff. I'm going to show you some of his pieces.
I've never been to a fashion show, but Hanifa or Hanifa, I think it's Hanifa, Instagram Hanifa Official is an African, a clothing line started by an African woman. I want to find out exactly where her family is from. She said, I saw in a tweet that she tweeted that she had been designing this virtual fashion show for the last 2 years, and she wasn't sure when she would be able to pull it off because New York Fashion Week is never virtual. Once the COVID happened, she decided now would be a great time to really implement her plan. I think all of the invites were pink floppy drives.
Nostalgia.
Work, bitch.
Nostalgia.
Because the pieces, bitch, them pieces hit. I'm finna buy me some of them pieces too.
The pieces
and they are pieces for your closet. You don't wear them. They are pieces. They are garments. Okay.
Same with Wizzle X. Let me see. I want to see. We're gonna share all this info down at the bottom too, so you guys can check everything out with us as we go. It's Wizzle OL. Wiz OL. Sorry.
X.
Yeah, but it's all one.
Oh.
Yeah, Wizzle X, this guy.
So Wizzle X is a man.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Actually, one of my best friends' cousin is her brother, dope. So it's one of her cousins. It's so fire.
Oh, this is cute. I like these little clothes. Yeah.
Oh yes. So he's from the DMV, DC.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's a nice jacket. Yeah, I guess he has a butterfly collection.
Butterfly is his flowers. Butterfly. Okay. So he does a flowers fashion show and a butterflies fashion show.
Is this a glitter puff jacket? Bitch?
Yes.
Bitch, I'm about to buy this.
This is in real time, Wizzle, because she was.
Bitch, I've never seen this.
You can find him on your Instagram.
I'll just open him on Instagram, sis.
Okay. We're gonna give Wizzle X just a moment here.
Wizzle X. Oh, bitch,
honey. Not the double colors. Look! I wish y'all need to please. What's the
this iridescent, glittery bubble jacket? I'm lit. Don't
let it be peplum.
It is cinched.
They got a long cinched peplum motherfucking bubble coat for women with glitter and
diamonds,
hologram and diamonds.
This is dope. This is very dope.
Girl.
I love the aesthetic. I love the colors.
Girl.
I love this. This is a little family.
Yes.
So cute.
He's a father. Happy Father's
Come on
Day.
with the Happy Father's Day. Come on with the Chicago ones. That's my favorite Jordan, by the way.
Okay.
Yes. No, I'm fucking with Wizzle. I like him. I like his, support for his brothers around the world.
For sure. And he definitely, that was my first fashion show, sis. Nice. And when I tell you that he just blew my fucking socks off. I'm not even, you are all the things.
I do what I can. That is
okay.
It,
And I am much woman as well, but I'm just like on the move, and she's an MUA and can do a lot of things, skincare. We had her cousin on here who owns skincare business and things of that nature. So that is their lane is fashion and hair and makeup and what's in. And, I love that she loved Wizzle X just now.
That's dope. That is very dope.
He opened my mind a little bit. Like, wow, like it's swag. Like a bubble jacket is like street swag, but just to glam it up with some glitter.
I'm telling him right now, if he sees this, your next fashion show, if you want to do street apparel and you need someone that can do some a street makeup look for you real quick for your models.
Ooh,
tap me in, because that's my lane. I love it. Tap me in.
Okay, it's all love around here. So okay, back to
Beatty Awards.
So
Amanda Seales hosted. She was funny. I think she would have been better if there was an audience. I think we're so used to, like, after someone does a punchline, we laugh. that wasn't happening. So
there's also a side note on this Amanda Seales.
What? Oh shit!
Because I seen this tweet that said Amanda Seales is not funny.
Oh, I saw that.
But her stand-up was very funny.
Her stand-up was good.
I enjoyed it all the way through. It was very relatable for women. And maybe it's not for men of any kind or anybody outside of the Black woman.
I think she said a few black woman things that we could only really relate to. But I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of her comedy is surrounding race. And I feel like all of us can align with the satire that she gives, right? But I do know that sometimes the way the information is given,
it has a tone.
It has a little tone. I do get that as well. But also Amanda Seales is a talent. If you were unaware,
she's a talent. I love her. I do love her. She's a Jill of all trades as well.
She is. Is she the second? Would you say that she's the second half of Florgy? So when Florgy broke up, she filled Marsha Ambrosius' place. That is a place that you can't really fill because that's
flowicism.
Yeah, that's Marsha Ambrosius' voice is crazy. But
flowinometry.
But Amanda Seales also has a great voice. But she was part of Florgy. A lot of people don't know that.
I did know that, and I do think that is one of the reasons why I absolutely love her so much. Just Flowetry. I love Flowetry, but I just love that she has that side of her too. Really poetic. She's so aggressive. Even me being a Black girl, you are a Black girl. We know that we come across aggressive.
Yeah, and she didn't read that way on Girl Code. When Girl Code was airing, I don't know if you remember, she was on a TV show called Girl Code. And she didn't read that. She didn't give me that on Girl. It actually took me a minute to realize Amanda Seales was the same girl from Girl Code because she was very different.
I think she evolved into this.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
I'm not sure that I have anything negative to say about her. I just thought it was crazy that someone said she wasn't funny because it's funny. Like she literally, I was watching her interview on Hollywood Unlocked and she was literally saying how she gave herself the comedian label so that it was clear for everyone else what she does for a living. And you're a comedian, so you also host, you do this, you do that, you do that. Okay, but when you do all those things, they're like, so you host, you're a comedian, you do all these things.
Kind of
what are you?
Money.
Right. So, like, to give herself that title of all things, do we think that's accurate? And that's my little tiff on Amanda Seales. Is she a comedian? Is she a comedian? Like, do we label her a comedian?
Funny? I do.
She's funny. She's done stand-up.
Well, I see what you're saying because we could say, is Tiffany Haddish a comedian? I mean,
entertainment spokesperson, her host.
Are good. So sorry, but I loved it. The stand-ups are not good.
She's done a lot of cool things. She did a stand-up where she let other people go on Netflix, and they were all funny ass.
She gave people an opportunity, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you said it was funny, but yes,
she did. She did stand-up and didn't show up. She let everybody else do it. It was like her.
She created a space. She created a space for Black creatives to showcase their talent, and we appreciate that.
We do. But my point is would you consider Amanda? Would that be the title that you give her? No, right? And
I would probably give her like journalist, activist. I would give her actress, of course.
Journalist, activist, and a public figure. Like,
yeah, that's what I would give her. Influence. Nah, and she's more than.
And well, all those other things make her an influencer, though. They do, and a legendary one. At that.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, she's like a trailblazer.
She's the blueprint of that shit.
Okay, so she hosted BET.
Yes, and so Roddy Ricch came out. I feel like even though this shit is virtual and you're by yourself, create an environment, create something for us to visually see, create something that's visually appealing other than you in a car rapping behind a screen of different images. You know what I'm saying?
He did the box.
Yeah, he literally did nothing. I'm gonna jump into Sir. And
I love Sir. I love Roddy too. Roddy's a good songwriter. So, but
Roddy
he's
is
just young. He's just young. He hasn't had enough training to perform probably something like that.
Roddy is a good, I don't know. I feel like he's done a good amount of songs. Like, you've done a good amount of performances. You've done a good amount of songs now. You should know what to do. You've been featured with so many people that have so many hits. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You definitely know, I think, kind of what to do at this point.
What about Sir?
Sir and his brother, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
D-Smoke.
Sir and D-Smoke. So they performed Sir's song from his newest album.
Yes, D-Smoke.
But I want to say that although it was just the two of them and their mom, they brought their beautiful mother out.
What?
When I say beautiful mom, the mama looking like 40.
What?
Okay.
Mama gotta have a life.
Mama
too.
is fine. Mama's married. Their parents are still together. It's so cute. She is.
Yes, they're lovely.
Black love.
So cute.
Yes. So mom looks great, sounds even better. Their mom was toured with Stevie Wonder majority of their lives. She is a singer. She plays the piano as well.
Wow.
Their entire family is talented. They have another brother, I think 2 more brothers that also, I think one plays the guitar.
Wow.
Entire family of talent. So,
Jackson 5 all over again.
The better version.
Right.
Well, not say that, but
well,
whatever. So like fuck it. Nah, they did a great performance, and sorry, I thought my plate was dying. So they had a great performance, visually appealing. It gave me something to watch. It told a story. It went with the song. I was fucking with it. I thought it was amazing.
Love it.
So that was one of my favorites. So Alicia Keys and John Legend. So they came out doing their little performance and singing their little songs. Both songs sound the same, okay? And they both performed the same. They sat at the piano and played and sang, and it was beautiful. We loved it. But it was the same shit. One just came from John Legend. So the question comes up is Alicia Keys the man version, the woman version of John Legend? Is John Legend the woman?
Obviously, and Alicia had the potential to be different than that.
She was going down that path, and then she stopped, evolved into something different.
You know what? One of my friends, and this is another side note. Shout out to my boy Frisk Purple on Instagram. Okay, and he really makes dope content online. I met him when I was in New York City. He's a photographer, videographer, creator of content, creator of cool things. And he said, yo, hippie girls are the new, like, hot girls. Like,
yeah,
yoga, crystals, sage.
God love us.
You know what I mean? Natural. I know. I'm here with it. But he's saying, like, it just became like a fad, a thing. And I don't know. Alicia kind of falls. She reminds me of like the queen hippie bitch.
Yeah,
you know
she does fall in that.
But yeah, she's definitely the female John Legend and vice versa.
So it was just kind of funny because it was like only one performance or one segment in front of them, and then it was the same thing twice. Then we saw Chloe and Haley. Shit was so weird. I actually had to remind someone who I was watching it with. I had to remind my friend that they actually didn't have the same performance because he was like, "Didn't we just watch this?" And we're like, I said, "No, Alicia Keys, she got up in the rain for a little bit and sang and then sat back down." He was like, "She got up." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
so it's the same
shit.
It's
John now.
Right, like it's the same shit. Chloe and Haley performed. It was so cute. They was popping. Voices was butter. They sang live. They danced live.
Love it.
Love live performances because most people do not do it anymore.
Okay.
And when they do it, they have not prepared themselves, so they sound winded. Chloe and Haley they've been doing this. We've seen them do this since they was babies, basically.
Right.
Amazing, beautiful performance. Beyonce spoke and debuted the trailer of her new visual album that will be airing on Disney Plus. Black is King.
Who got the Disney Plus?
She has all the shares in Disney Plus. Remember? That's why she.
No, I get it.
I'll say more money. That's some smart shit.
Say less.
Yeah, so Black is King is coming. If you don't have Disney Plus, you should get it right now. If you don't have Disney Plus and you have Verizon and an unlimited plan, you can get it free for a year.
Yes.
So yes, you should definitely get it right now.
Yes.
I
can't wait.
I can't wait either. I thought
the Disney Plus.
I
got
thought,
Zeus Network.
I need that. Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Trade
I
for
don't
trade
give a fuck.
and only cams. Wait, it's like
the Black China show.
Yes,
Black
catch
China
up
show.
and we'll talk about it next week because it's lit.
And
Jocelyn's Cabaret is doing season 2 and she's doing auditions for the Cabaret Girls right now. Virtual auditions, of course.
If you know,
hilarious.
If you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, tell them to get they could. I do think Jocelyn is a good personality. I enjoy watching her and laughing. She's funny to me. I don't care. I think she's funny. I think she's a beautiful girl too.
So what would you rate the Beatty Awards this year overall?
I mean, I really only watched like 40 minutes. So I mean, what I did see with Amanda Steele's segment and the awards they were giving out, Meg Thee Stallion performance was good. I liked it. She gave me another visual experience, which I appreciated. She put work into it. It was dope. I would give it like from the 40 minutes that I seen, I would probably give it like an 8. I think they did a good job, especially doing it virtual. I like that so many of us were watching it this year. Lena Waithe actually came in and they did a segment of what does BET mean to you, right? And Lena Waithe said a quote. She said basically that BET is always there for us, no matter what. It may not be great all the time, but at the end of the day, we know that it's always there, it's always for us, and it's always going to give us something to guide us.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was the best experience. I mean, that is the best way to sum up BET. It's not always great, but guess what? It's always there. It's always going to play something you want to see, whether it be the Jamie Foxx show, The Fresh Prince, Martin, Boys in the Hood, Moesha, whether it be Comic View, whether they going through whatever one of their little shows is.
They used to give us Vita's World.
Oh my gosh,
they
gotta bring back Vita's World. Vita would pop right now.
Vita was so ahead of her time.
Vita was ahead of her time. You bitches cannot.
We're gonna end it on that.
With Vita, okay.
Shout out to and I don't even want to, because someone had tweeted like BET is not a Black-owned business. And I want to say this, it's not, and I'm sure there are a lot of politics and things that go on behind the scenes, but with the content that they give us is exactly the content that we want to see, though. I mean, we get tired of it to the point where they're playing the Cookout or Lotto Ticket or all them, you know, sometimes they used to play All About the Vengeance. Oh, man, Drumline. Fucking, what's the joint with Snoop Dogg?
Oh, Bones.
They used to play Bones all the time. I
love Bones.
BET or Cut.
I love Vampire in Brooklyn. First of all,
okay.
Right. No, BET is yes, it's always on time. BET is for us. I mean, whether you may not always like it, it may not always be great, but it's always there and it's always for us. So
yeah. So I mean, I don't want to hate on it right now. I haven't made that conscious decision to switch over yet, but I very well could. At any moment. This depends on what side you on. What, like we said earlier, it's a line.
It's okay.
You're either on this side or that side.
Listen. Okay, I'm with it.
Okay. Well, thanks for your recap.
You're welcome.
I definitely am gonna go watch the BET Awards. Thank y'all for listening. Check us out on YouTube, unFEMiliar Podcast, unFEMiliar Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll be back as soon as we can. Life comes at you fast.
We be busy and shit.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But we love y'all.
Bear with us, and yeah, we love y'all. Thanks.